Rich friend got cut off by parents, had no clue how to buy groceries. My friend was born into a very wealthy family. He was a great guy, but sometimes he would say things that showed just how out of touch he was. One day we were talking about what we wanted to do after college. I told him I wanted to work for a few years, save up some money, and then go back to school to get my master's degree. He looked at me confused and said, "Why don't you just have your parents pay for it?" I explained to him that my parents didn't have that kind of money. He thought about it for a minute and then said, "Well, why don't you just take out a loan?" I told him that I didn't want to be in debt for the rest of my life. He looked at me like I was crazy and said, "But that's what everyone does." I realized then that he had no idea what it was like to not have money. A few years later, he called me up and said he wanted to talk to me about something. We met up and he told me that his parents had cut him off financially. He said he didn't know how to pay his rent or buy groceries. I felt bad for him, but at the same time, I couldn't help but think that this was a good lesson for him. I helped him out for a few months until he got back on his feet.